All right, now for the last few months, I have gotten to take my R5 Mark II and really start putting it through its paces on professional applications. These are jobs that I get paid for by big national clients, and I've really gotten a chance now to see how this thing reacts, and what I see are practical, realistic commercial applications. And what I've discovered is there are actually two quirks you need to be aware of in this camera. One is a photo and one is a video quirk, and I just am really hoping Canon will give us some firmware updates to address this. Now let me just say right now before I get into this, I am not making a Canon flame video. That is not the way I work. It's a really, really impressive camera. I'm making this video for two main reasons. The first one is this: if you are a Canon R5 Mark II user, or thinking about getting one, then these are just things that I think you should know about that are quirks on the camera, just so they don't surprise you or leave you flustered when you're on the field. The other reason is, of course, I want to raise awareness of these issues and hopefully get them so that Canon can address them. Oh, hey, and do me a favor, if you find this video useful in any way, shape, or form, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be doing a lot of R5 Mark II videos coming up here in the future, and your subscriptions are the only thing that keep this channel going. Now, the first issue with this camera, it's a Canon R5, so you got to talk about it. It's got the overheat aspect of the camera. Now, what I've discovered is that when I'm shooting in normal 4K modes, I don't have any issues. If I shoot in 4K fine, I do get a really, really annoying overheat warning that pops up on this camera. Now, understand, my camera doesn't overheat. I have yet to get this camera to shut down from overheating like I used to on my Canon R5 when it first came out. However, you really get this really kind of distracting heat warning that comes on super early when you're filming on the Canon R5 Mark II. Now, this is someone, if you are in a camera situation, it's just going to cause you to worry, and it is very, very prevalent on the back of the camera. And the thing I'd like to see Canon do is, can we just remove or minimize this heat warning that is on this camera? It is very, very conservative at best. And I was getting the heat warning come on when I was doing like about 18 minutes into 4K fine, and it never really mattered. I could record up to 40 minutes, 50 minutes at a time on this camera, and it never actually overheated. And what it did do was just cause me stress while I was shooting. So my first thing is this: if you're a Canon R5 Mark II shooter, be aware of that. It is going to be very, very prevalent on your shoots, and it's going to make you feel nervous, and there's no way to minimize it or cut it off. So Canon, in a firmware update, either make it smaller, give us a chance to set the sensitivity. I really don't care about the overheat warning on this thing until it's about 10 minutes away or so from being done. That's all I care about. Letting me have and be worried about it that long, just don't need it. Canon, just find a way to chill out your overheat warning. It's a little bit too aggressive as it stands right now. The other little quirk in this camera is a photo quirk, and this one drove me absolutely crazy. And that is, for some reason, when you're taking images with the Canon R5 Mark II in photo mode, if you take a picture and hit the playback button, it won't play back the picture you just took. It'll play back the picture 2 pictures back, or sometimes even 3 pictures back. This is incredibly minor, but man, it'll drive you crazy when you're doing a shoot, especially if you're someone like me that likes to do a lot of flash photography on a professional setting. I'm just kind of dialing in my flash recipe, and I hit the flash, take a picture, and go to see what I just shot to make sure I'm happy with the settings, and I have to go and find the picture. It's not the first thing that pops up. It's a really weird quirk. I'm sure it will be addressed in a firmware update, but Canon, it is there. If you take a picture, you're not going to see the last picture you took. You actually have to scroll to it. It won't automatically come back up. So Canon, please fix this for us. And just be aware, if you are getting a Canon R5 Mark II, it does take really, really great photos. Really love shooting photos with this camera, but that is a very, very kind of annoying quirk that, if you do any type of volume shooting for commercial purposes, is going to drive you absolutely crazy. Anyway, guys, I'd love to hear what you have to say with this. Leave me notes and comments down below. And yeah, go out there, keep on shooting. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon.